Hello and welcome to Scrapping on the Fly. My name is Kristen and I am here with Mix It Up Monday as well as my Thankful For You series for the month of November. And the sketch for Mix It Up Monday is by Ana Castro. And it is this fun one picture layout, although I'm going to add a little extra. For my mixed media, I've got some solar paste as well as some enamel accents by Ranger. And I've got this stencil for some brick. And I'm going to document this picture from the Opera House, as well as this little bitty picture from something to do with the Opera House. And I'm going to use some papers and embellishments from this Hip Kit Club collection called Fall in Love. And I only have little bits. And then I have this American Crafts brick paper and a black cardstock that I want to use. And then, like I said, I've got some scraps. So I have my papers. I have lots of different embellishments, my stencil, paste, and accents, and these pictures, and then the very lovely, fun to work with sketch. So let's see how this goes. So I put this black paper down first, and I don't like how that brick paper just kind of disappears, and I don't want to make it too much smaller, but I really feel like it needs something. So I matte the black on this white, and I feel like it helps make that brick paper stand out. If it was like a lighter brick, it probably would have been fine, but because it's such a dark brick, it just kind of faded into the black paper. So I am going to start with the solar paste by Ranger. It's called Overheated, and this is Simon Hurley. And then after I put that on, I'm going to bring out the Cross My Heart and add a little bit of a reddish color to the orange. Now, it's still working on drying completely as I'm done on this layout, but you can see the red popping through a little bit as well as that orange. So I have set that aside, and I am going to start pulling out my embellishments. Now, I am extremely impatient. I definitely should have used mixed media paper for this because it is wonky. It will flatten when it's all dry and, put into an album and all of that, probably even when it's in the stack of layouts for the month. But I'm going to leave it out to dry probably overnight, maybe even longer, depending on if it feels tacky tomorrow when I come back to my desk. But yeah, I'm pretty impatient with pastes. Some pastes dry pretty quickly. A lot of the Tim Holtz paste dry really quickly. And this is partially dry, but still kind of tacky. And so I just decided I was going to go ahead and work around it and try not to stick my hand in it. And in all honesty, I did pretty good. So I put this piece here on the sketch. She's got like a index card, but I've got this mixed media here and I don't want to cover that up. So I use this, scrap of paper that's got the little humps on it. And most of that's going to get covered with the picture because you can see where those white lines are. That's my guide for the general area of where my picture is going to go. So I put that on there first so I wouldn't put too much mixed media underneath where the picture was going because then it's wasteful. Plus because I knew I'd be working on it wet, it could like bleed through to the picture and I didn't want that. Not that I can't reprint the picture. So the other thing is on this bottom part, it just kind of looks like there's a little frame tucked in, but I have this little baby picture that I thought would be perfect for this. So I went ahead and framed it with a little frame from the collection that's a special moment. And it's a little bit over dramatic because honestly, what you can see in that picture barely is my friend's watch and the little, walk and stop sign is in the background, only because we have been volunteering at the Opera House for about 8 months. And in that time, the street that we cross to get to the parking space where we're supposed to park has a crosswalk. And the light will change red for the cars to stop, but the little stop and go thing never changes from don't walk. And it drives me bananas because I am a rule follower and I don't like to cross when it says don't cross. And so she ends up dragging me across the street all the time. So this day, it just so happened to actually change. And so we stopped in the middle of the road to document it because we're ridiculous. But it was hysterical. And the funny thing is, we worked the same venue like just over a week later, and it did it again. So we don't have anything scheduled, or I don't have anything scheduled at the Opera House for the next month or something, but it'll be interesting to see if that continues because for the first like 6.5 months we worked, it never ever changed. So anyway, so I am also doing a Thankful for You series this month, and so far I've done one every day, and I've combined them sometimes and just done a layout. So I am extremely thankful, of course, for this beautiful friend of mine who I've been on many adventures with, especially in the last 8 months since we started doing the Opera House. She's the one who I go with, and I have not been without her because we have such a good time. Plus it's just more fun to drive down together and have a good time. So I'm grateful for Courtney because she randomly called me out of the blue one day and said, "Hey, what do you think about going to this introduction thing to volunteering at the Opera House?" And I was like, "What?" And so after she told me a little bit more about it, I was like, I'll go with you. And then if I don't feel like doing it, then I just won't. And it was an interesting experience. We signed up for a couple things, and then we fell in love. And I've had such a good time going. I've gotten to see some really neat Broadway shows and local shows and musical shows, just a lot of fun, some comedy routines. This one specifically was for bored teachers, which of course is hysterical because, well, she's a teacher and I've been a teacher, and we both work in the school system. So we could definitely be entertained by the commentary from the different teachers who were there. So I do journaling with a gold pen, and she also on this sketch has a little stripe down at the bottom. I didn't have enough room for a piece of paper, so I just took my gold Moonlight pen and drew a little asterisk on each side and a line, like a jagged line. And then I use that same pen to write my journaling, and there is gold in the layout already. And then I put the date up at the top, and that is it. I love the way this turned out. I know it'll look a little bit different when I do my layout share at the end of the month because all of that right there that's still a little white is going to be dry. And so I'm super excited to see how that turns out in the end. Please go check out all the people who are doing Mix It Up Monday. There will be listed below, or there will be a playlist. And I just want to say how grateful I am for my lovely friend Courtney and how much she's meant to me over the last many years that we've been friends, but especially this last year and a half has been quite impactful. So I love you. Anyway, I hope that you all have a great day, and I hope you get a chance today to do something you love with someone you love. Happy scrapping.